Hey everyone, Kyle Walker here. If you love cars, fixing things, or just want to understand your vehicle better, you're in the right place. I share hands-on tips, smart driving advice, and straight-up car talk without the fluff. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stick around till the end. You don't want to miss what's coming up. Let's get into
trucks
it.
and SUVs to compact cars and sedans, your vehicle's transmission system helps keep you moving on the road. Also called the drive shaft, the transmission is responsible for shifting your vehicle from idling to driving. A bad or malfunctioning drive shaft can make it difficult to control your vehicle, and the main cause of breakdowns is a lack of lubricating compound in its joints. What kind of lubricant should be used for cross members? Manufacturers of oils and greases sell quite a wide range of materials, designed directly for the cardan joints, as well as having common positive characteristics for various parts of the car or other machinery. To make the best choice, pay attention not only to the cost of the lubricant and the manufacturer, but also to its basic performance characteristics. You can get all the necessary information in the instruction manual of the car or from your mechanic. If we talk directly about the cardan, then a suitable mixture for it should have the following properties: high anti-corrosion and water-repelling properties. The lubricant should be designed for use in a wide range of temperature and pressure. Resistance to high temperature and pressure is mandatory, must be thick and sticky. In this way it will be able to stay in place even under high vibration, or when parts are rotating intensively. Must be safe for human health. Mineral lithium compositions are used for lubrication of suspension and transmission components and parts, so the lubricant for the cross member must be combined with them. The characteristics of the composition should extend the service life of the cardan shaft components, increasing the range of its replacement. The density of the composition must not increase with decreasing temperature. In short, the mixture must have high mechanical and chemical properties, maintain density and composition under different syringing conditions, and withstand the effects of external aggressive factors. With what regularity it is necessary to carry out lubrication. Manufacturers regulate the frequency of syringing of crosses in the operating instructions. You can also contact an official service center, where specialists will be able to check the condition of the transmission and recommend lubrication and frequency of maintenance of the drive shaft. It is generally accepted that the life cycle of a drive shaft cross is about 500,000 kilometers. And that's only if you follow the care and maintenance requirements, including lubrication changes. Depending on the nature of driving, terrain, and operating conditions, the lubricant should be changed every 10 to 20,000 kilometers. Most experts recommend doing this at a service center when undergoing maintenance. However, there are a number of signs in which it is necessary to lubricate the cross members of the cardan shaft as soon as possible. Here are the main ones. When the cross member begins to crunch for no apparent reason. The cross shaft vibrates strongly, especially when accelerating to speeds above 50 kilometers per hour or when starting the car from a place. Noise, whistling, or grinding, as well as humming and clicking sounds coming from the cross member. Read also ways to remove chrome from various surfaces on your car if you find one or more of the above-mentioned signs of trouble. In your car, make sure you contact a mechanic or get your drive shaft cross lubrication done as soon as possible. What is used for lubrication? In order to perform the lubrication of drive shaft crosses, you will need a set of special tools. Equipment and materials for this will depend on what method you will use. You can lubricate the cross members by dismantling the drive shaft or not doing so. To lubricate the parts of the drive shaft when dismantling it, you will have to put a lot more effort into it. However, when dismantling the cardan, you will be able to perform the operation more qualitatively to control the full penetration of lubricants and the density of filling the voids. If you decide to lubricate the cardan without removing it, you run the risk of doing it not so carefully because it is impossible to control the penetration of lubricant into the cavities of parts. The procedure of lubrication of cardan crosses is carried out on an inspection pit or with the help of a hoist. Most often it is possible to do it only on the territory of the service station. So, to lubricate the cross member of the cardan shaft without removing it, you will need the following tools and materials: grease, a special syringe with a grease container, adapter for the syringe, necessary if the container for lubrication is located inconveniently, If you decide to fully lubricate the cross members of the cardan and remove it from the car, in addition to the above, you will need special tools, keys, screwdrivers, etc. With their help, and will be carried out dismantling the part. The cardan shaft is an important part of your car, and its dismantling is better to entrust to a qualified mechanic who will perform everything correctly and in compliance with safety rules. Car manufacturers equip cardan shafts with oil nipples designed for filling with oil. Usually they are located directly on the cross members, but their placement may differ depending on the brand of car. If you are not sure, be sure to check the instruction manual. A sign that you have completely filled the bearing with oil will be the old grease that protrudes from the opposite side of the part. It is not difficult to identify it. It will differ from the new one in color and density. After the work is completed, thoroughly clean the car parts from the old grease. Dismantling a spare part is a rather dusty and dirty job. So first, make sure you have enough old rags and hand cleaner to start with. To make sure that the old mixture doesn't penetrate into other bearings and parts of your car, carefully remove it from all surfaces. When you're done lubricating the crossmember. Lubrication procedure. Let's look at the proper procedure for lubricating the crossmembers without removing the shaft. Clean the crossmembers. These shaft parts are in a very corrosive environment, so they are likely to be heavily contaminated. It is best to use an engine or carburetor cleaner for a thorough cleaning. Once the procedure is complete, wipe the crossmembers dry. Prepare lubrication materials. After cleaning the crossmembers, prepare the lubricants. To do this, unscrew the plug from the syringe and the plastic cap from the lubricant cartridge. An iron cap will appear under the latter. Assemble the syringe. Place the syringe into the hole in the cartridge and unscrew the iron cap. The process of injecting the lubricant. Place one end of the syringe into the hole in the cleaned grease nipple and start pumping the grease in. Make sure that the syringe handle is depressed all the way. This will ensure full penetration of the grease into the grease nipple. Lubricate all points on the part. The shaft has a total of 3 such points. 2 of them are on the cross members, and another one is on the spline joint. Read also how to make homemade curtains in the car on the opposite side of the cross members. The old grease will start coming out. Continue the procedure until fresh grease shows up from there. You can distinguish it from the old one by its color and density. The new grease will be red. That's it. Consequences of ignoring the fault. To ignore the lubrication of crosses can lead to the most deplorable consequences, up to the complete failure of the part and the breakdown of your car. In this case, you risk not only your life, but also the lives of your passengers. If you do not carry out the procedure, you risk such consequences: vehicle vibrations. Worn seals or bushings can cause vibration of the drive shaft. If you don't lubricate the cross members, joints, or bushings in a timely manner, it can cause further damage to other drivetrain components. Note that tire problems can also cause vibration problems, but they can be easily distinguished from each other. Vibrations caused by tire balance problems are speed-sensitive, while drive shaft vibrations are not. Difficulty when cornering. If you are having trouble turning, it could be caused by a problem with your drive shaft. A faulty drive shaft can prevent the wheels from turning properly, making it difficult to steer the car. Loud noise. If you hear a loud noise when you shift gears in your car, this is another sign of a damaged drive shaft. The likely culprit is worn-out cross members. The car shudders when accelerating. If you feel a shudder when accelerating from a stop or at low speeds, a loose seam or a bad center bearing may be to blame. Squeaking noise. An annoying squeaking noise at low speeds can be caused by a lack of crossmember lubrication. A lubrication procedure will get rid of it. Clicking or knocking noise may indicate a worn or faulty drive shaft. Contact your mechanic. As you can see, to provide your car with a long and stable operation, in addition to the standard maintenance, it is necessary to carefully monitor the lubrication of the cross members of the cardan. If you have already encountered the procedure, tell us about it in the comments below the article. In conclusion, properly lubricating PTO shaft cross members is essential for ensuring optimal performance and longevity of your equipment. By following the steps outlined in this video, including selecting the right lubricant, applying it at the correct intervals, and paying attention to the specific needs of your machinery, you can prevent wear and tear and avoid costly repairs. Remember, regular maintenance not only enhances efficiency, but also promotes safety during operation. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more helpful tips on equipment care and maintenance.